chances galore. Steely Hustler fought on, leading from Orient Drink Then Kiss. Steely Hustler still in front. World Action flying, but Steely Hustler claims the last.
Yeah, great result with that filly. She's been a really difficult horse to train. God, she's a hard horse to train, but she actually broke her bridle going to the barrier. She was mucking around that much going around there. But anyway, they found one that she steered with, and so she went around and she won. So good job there to the whole team there. Lots of work goes into that filly to get her the races, and to put her head in front is a good result. She probably, I wouldn't mind stepping her up in distance. She's a real hit you in the face horse that if she doesn't lead, she doesn't win. When she gets in behind them, she does too much wrong and runs away from other horses and everything. So I think to make that more consistent, we're probably going to go up in trip, go to a 15 or 1600 metres, and teach her to run a good, strong front-running miler. And if she does that, I think she'll win another couple of races pretty easily. She just, at the moment, she's still got that, she's probably a 1400 metre horse, but they're always going to have something take her on, where if she can learn to run a mile, she's going to be able to bounce and lead easy and then relax and have a good kick at the end. But good job, good ride by Daniel Moore too. He's going well, that bloke. What do we got? A couple of really good chances this week. Let's have a look at them. Tories D's back. He's back ready to go to the races. He'll go to Terang on Friday. Trialled up like an absolute bullet the other day at Geelong, which was good. Webby's going to have a steer on him, so that's good. Can't fault him. He's going as good as he can go first up, this little bloke. So he'll jump out. He'll give him something to chase over 1,000 metres. There's a pretty short price favourite in the race, but it's sort of been going really good over 1,200. It might get taken out of its comfort zone a little bit with a horse like Tory in it, and it's been jumping and leading up pretty comfortably and then having a good kick, but it'll be under a lot more pressure today on Friday than what it's used to, and just see, hopefully we might be able to soften it up a little bit. But he's good, he's going to have another good prep, no doubt. So that's Tories D at Terang on Friday. Got Miletus in at Terang on Friday. I've just had a few muscle enzyme problems with him and a few little hiccups with him, but hopefully we've got him right. He just needs to get back to the races. You can see he's big in condition. He's about 40 kilos heavier than what I want him, but the only way he's going to lose that is to race. So he'll go around tomorrow. Actually, interesting race because there's a lot of pressure in the race. He's a horse that likes to bully a race. He sort of jumps and he leads them up, where there's about 3 other horses in the race that'll sort of go forward. So he might not get an easy lead, but he'll certainly be rolling forward. I need to get a couple of runs under his belt and find out where we're at with this horse. So he'll definitely run. That's Miletus on Friday at Terang. Sordo goes to Benalla on Saturday, goes up to the 2100, so we've sort of really been looking forward to this for him, and he gets his chance on, come back here buddy, on Saturday. Really keen to run this horse over this sort of trip and see what he is. We've put some crossover noseband and that on him, and seems to have really worked and got his breathing a lot better, and now if he relaxes over this trip, he might make a really nice horse if he can run the genuine 2000. So his last start was very good over a mile, just looked like a horse that was screaming for the 2000, so yeah, really keen to run him. So that's Sordo at Benalla on Saturday. Champagne Doctor goes to Geelong on Sunday. We're going to step her up and give her a crack at the 1100 metres. She won well over the 1000 and she's a very, very fast horse, but we just want to get her to relax, and to do that I think we just go to 1100. She's going to always be forward. She's not like one of those horses that you can teach them to relax by sitting off the speed. She's not that sort of horse, so she's going to relax by sort of leading up, and so hopefully over the 1100 she can jump and get a pretty soft lead, and then she'll have a good kick at the end. But had a few gear changes with it. It seemed to work last start. Up in grade, up in distance. We'll see how we go, but that's Champagne Doctor at Geelong on Sunday. Look, I'm thinking of backing up Brutify Geelong on Sunday. We'll give her a couple of starts now where we've taught her to jump out and relax and then finish off. She's ready now to sort of give a good squeeze out of the gates and put her into the race early, and see how we go there. 1300 should just suit her down the ground. Home track should suit her. She was very good the other day at Geelong. Just that she ended up going back and being wide and things just didn't work out her way, but hopefully can just draw a gate. If it doesn't draw a gate, I won't run it. Her next start, I need her to be sort of in the firing line, and drawing barriers 12 and that sort of stuff not going to happen. But she's going well. Seems to have come through the run well. I'm pretty keen to run her, but just the barrier's the only thing with her. So that's Brutify at Geelong on Sunday. Cougar goes to Geelong on Sunday. This horse, it's probably a 1.25 mile, 1.5 mile horse, but she had a little hiccup after her last start. she's got a little bit of a snotty nose, so we had to back right off her, and she's really, really fresh. So we're going to run her back over the 1700. She'll be very competitive in this grade. It doesn't matter what sort of distance we really run her over this. She's better than this grade. So 0 to 58 at Geelong of a Sunday, 1700. That looks ideal. So, and she's really, really fresh. So she'll get every chance to run another good race. So that's Bo Cougar at Geelong Sunday. Probably take New Romance to Ararat next Thursday. She was very good the other day at Yarra Glen on a heavy track. She'll go up to the 2200, which is going to absolutely just suit her down the ground. We might even throw some blinkers on her. So you can see it's only an absolute pony, this thing, but it can stay and it's tough. So they are very good things to have a little 3-year-old filly. I don't know where she'll end up, this filly. She might have a crack at a half-decent 3-year-old fillies race at some stage, but certainly she's a lot better than a maiden, and so hopefully she'll get every chance to run a good race on Thursday at Ararat. That's New Romance.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. Pretty excited to do the video for this horse this week in Just Bolts. Unfortunately, last year in February, he had a horse in front of him that had a fall, and he sort of went over the top of him, and we initially thought that he was going to be okay, but unfortunately he's had a bit of a rough run of it, mainly in his lower legs and his feet. Really battled with him as far as we've given him a couple of preps, and everyone just cantering, he couldn't cope with it, and we put him back in the paddock, and Tony, our farrier, has jumped on board, and he was pretty confident that he was able to get this horse back to racing, and yeah, he couldn't be, fingers crossed at the moment, he couldn't be more spot on. His action's great. He's tried some new shoes on him, changed the angles and things like that on his feet, and he's having a real win with him at the moment. He's up and galloping now. He went his first little run along the other day, and he's pulled up super from it, and yeah, he looks great. He's a good eating horse, and yeah, couldn't be happier in his attitude and his action this time in. So fingers crossed that we're going to have a real win with him. So big kudos to Tony there, thinking a bit outside the box, and yeah, hopefully this horse can have a bit of success from it. You always question with these horses that have come off these long breaks and have these injuries whether it's going to warrant coming back, but out of his maiden form, it's the form around him, to be fair, has been bloody awesome. So yeah, horses have gone on and won in town. I think one of them, one of Adam Chalmers' horse, it's almost undefeated since it took out its maiden. Yeah, he's a horse that I think if we can get him back to the races, that he's going to be a horse that can go right through his grades. So real 1,000 metre, real bounce out, right on the bunny, and yeah, it's a bit of hold your breath late, but we sort of always wondered whether, how genuine he was, at the line, but I think he was just running into some really nice horses. This time of year, coming into winter, then yeah, I think we're going to have the owners who have been really patient and really persistent. That I hope they're rewarded, and he can repay them and win a couple of races for him. But, he's probably about 4 weeks off a trial, and we'll get him the trials, and whether he needs a couple of trials. But yeah, really nice horse that I thought that we might not be able to get back, but fingers crossed that we will, and we'll get him back to a good grade of racing. That's Just Bolts.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. A couple of horses raced really well through the week. Little New Romance went very good. I thought Colt 45 was good, and I thought Brutify was very good. Those horses just didn't suit the pattern of racing at all at Geelong the other day. You couldn't be any wider than 1 or 2 off the fence. And those horses sort of come down the middle and still made ground on the leaders. So I thought circumstances, they were very, very good. So they'll all go around somewhere next weekend, and I might even back Brutify up this weekend, but we'll just see what gate she draws. What else? A couple of good chances this week. Interesting to see how El Sordo goes when we get him up over the 2000. I'm screaming for that. He's, you look at his last start at Colac, he just looked like a horse waiting to run 2000, so he gets his chance. Bo Cougar's very fresh, and she'll always be competitive in that sort of grade. If run Brutify, you would think on her last run she's going to be around about the mark. Tories D's going pretty good. He'll be big odds, that horse, and yeah, he'll give him something to chase at Terang. So a couple of really good chances. Hope we can get a winner for the weekend. It'd be great. Till next week. See you later.